Welcome back. Well, Father's Day is this Sunday, and you know, a gift from the heart is always the best kind.
Yes, we have Ashley Morgan back from Unglued with some great ideas, kind of thinking outside the box. Thank you so much for coming back in today.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so let's start with what you got there in the center. This looks like a really cool present.
Yes, so this is so easy to do because you can choose how far you want to take it and customize it for Dad. So we do have 2 projects that we'll show you, but the idea is you take a shoebox, it could be a 6-pack, something that you can use as a gifty box, wrap it up, you can use a grocery bag instead. I used a bungee as the handle because dads can always use more bungee cords and you just kind of throw those right in the side there.
You could even recycle this.
Yes.
Buy one or go steal one from him and then re-gift it.
Yeah, right, yes. Get the box back for next year. That would be a hard win. And then you can either buy everything that kind of is like what your dad needs in his life toolbox, or you can make some of it. And so I have the things we're gonna make. You are gonna make dad soap. So this is fun. It can also be for like a gardener soap too, which is legit.
Nice, okay. So what do you mean by dad soap? Like it's really hardcore? Or
Yes, it's really hardcore.
Okay.
It has all natural ingredients, but it is really good for dirt and grime. So like whether you're gardening or you're working in the garage, this will be your saving grace.
Nice.
And so we're gonna start with the jar. Technically, you'd want to actually do this in a bigger bowl, but we're just gonna go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you use this 1/4 cup measuring cup, and then you can pour in. This is just hand soap, and I'll have you measure a 1/4 cup out of it. This is from Menards. You can find this brand anywhere. But you can also just use unscented stuff, so then you can like add essential oils instead of this is already scented, so we're not going to add the cedar wood.
I've never even seen that before. I love that.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's in the refill section of this brand of soap stuff. And then you're gonna add each one of these into our jar. And so this is a 1/4 cup of white vinegar you're gonna add there. And then I'm gonna just mix that up a little bit, but then you can get ready with our 1/3 cup of salt. I'm using kosher salt, it's just a little bit thicker as well. And then you're gonna add a 1/3 cup of sugar, which you've got there.
Really?
And these are for the purpose of being
sweet, too.
scrubby.
Oh,
Sweet and salty. And so this one's, you're gonna add a little slowly, because this is just our straight up baking soda, so it's a 1/3 cup. It can be that very science reaction, which is going to happen anyways, which is why it's kind of nice to do it in a bigger bowl than what we've got going on here. So you'll see it kind of fizz up, but if we're actually under control. Look at this.
We're doing very
You're
well.
I feel like
team.
we're winning right
Yeah.
now. When I did this at home, I was like, well, that might be a mistake to do on live things, but we're going to do it anyways.
Are you good? Am I going too fast?
No, this is great. So it will bubble up because that's a very natural reaction between the vinegar and baking soda. All of these things are meant to be great for just cutting down dirt and grime and grease. And so that was a 1/3 cup of our baking soda. And then as a total bonus, you're going to try to toss that in. These are activated charcoal capsules.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
And you're just going to kind of shake whatever you can in there. Part of this is for show, so that it looks more like man soap. And
Yeah.
it's like that. But activated charcoal is used in face masks a lot of times and other things to kind of open up your
Teeth
pores.
whitener.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Teeth
trendy
whitener.
right
It's
now.
so trendy.
Yes.
So you can make dad trendy. You would mix that up a little bit more, and then basically we'll top it with our lid. And so when you put this in here and let it sit for like a day before you gift it, it will separate. And so dad will have to shake it up prior to use, but it works really, really good. And you can spoon it onto your hand or pour it out and then you win.
That's so
Love
great.
it.
Yes. Our other one is a few different options you can do. I'm going to warn you that this was my first try at doing this. This is customizing a photo gift for dad, and it's using this tattoo paper, which is printable. So you need an inkjet printer or somebody, like I don't have one, so I just use somebody else's, to print out your photo of choice. And you need to follow the directions closely so that you'll mirror your image, the words turn out right. You just follow the instructions and you put this clear adhesive paper on top of it to make it a temporary tattoo.
Okay.
And you can use it, this was my first go at doing it on glassware. And I was super curious if Pinterest was lying to me or not. I would give you a few tips, which we'll do. Otherwise, over here you can see you can put it on wood, which we've done in the past quite a while ago on here. And that turns out even better, and it's a great photo
like that.
transfer. So we're gonna go for it on the glass though, so people
We
can
don't
get
like things easy.
pointers.
Yes.
Right, no, we don't like things easy.
No.
And it's just like you're going to do a temporary tattoo. So I'm gonna peel off this adhesive clear backing that I put on according to the directions in my little kit. And you can buy these in town today. They are in most of the craft shops that sell the Silhouette brand. And then you're gonna just put this down on top of our glass, kind of centered. It doesn't necessarily, you can reposition it. I would try not to overall. And then we're going to dip that into our water.
Now this is where this is my mom skills
Yes,
coming in, because
yes.
I've put out a lot of temporary tattoos.
Yeah, that's great. So like 10 to 15 seconds, you do want it to get really nice and clear and soaked through. We don't want to be skimpy with the water at all, just like a temporary tattoo would be. Now, if you're doing this on wood, which is a little bit more normal for these transfers, when you peel this off, it's more naturally going to stick to the wood. Or if you're doing it on like a ceramic tile to make coasters, which is also an option. When you do it on glass, it really does work, but you have to be kind of more gentle with it, because the image might want to come off, or kind of with my dad word on here, it kind of messed it up a little bit. And so if it feels like it's kind of slimy and weird now,
Do you think
maybe add just a little more water.
Okay.
Then we can peel it back, and we want to make sure it's generally staying down. If not, add more water. Otherwise, we're just going to slowly peel it up.
Do you think it's ready
I
from
think
your
it's ready.
experience? Okay.
We can always put it back down if we need to. And the key is patience. So if you need to like sip your warm, great cup of coffee, you could do that.
Oh, I don't think it's ready.
Yeah, we can soak it a little bit more. That's
yeah,
actually good. Yeah. And if you are doing letters, that's a little trickier too. So we're just making life especially difficult. For my initial image too that I did.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Ludo.
Yay, you win. Oh, it's so nice and nice work.
Look at that.
That looks great.
That's great. So you do want to let it dry before you touch it. So I made the mistake of actually like trying to maneuver things around a little bit. And now the key, if you're doing this on dishware, is that you're going to then apply, once this is dry, dishwasher Mod Podge.
Okay.
And I still would only hand wash this, of course, too, because that's part of the trick with a lot of crafts, is that you want to be careful with them still. But it's such a fun way to personalize something for Dad. And then he's on there.
I love that.
I'm so
That
glad
worked
that
out
worked.
really well.
Wasn't totally sure about it,
Well
but we were going to
done.
do it. Otherwise, the wood will be an easy win. You could do it on smaller wood coasters. That would be cool. You can seal it with Mod Podge, and then you'd be set.
I love that. Not too hard. You have a couple other things, though, before we go that
Yes.
we didn't make, but you threw in there that are really awesome as
Yes,
well.
totally. Blueberry soda. This would be from my dad. For my father-in-law, I'd maybe throw in like Bless This Mess hot sauce that's made
Nice.
locally. And you can see we made these little dividers in here that are removable, so you can make it just feels like extra gifty. What's happening with that?
Something's happening with it.
That's perfect.
This here is also a big win. I feel like you can get in craft shops these little boxes that kind of look like a tackle box, and then fill it with different gummy candies, because I'm pretty sure most dads love gummy candies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then it just looks like little fishies and things in there
I
too.
think especially for grandpas, the grandkids would love to
Yeah.
make that. So great ideas.
Totally.
Before you go, anything coming up going on here at Unglued this summer?
Yeah, well, we do have Corks and Canvas tonight. I'm wearing this like super epic ring from our
Saw
artist.
that.
That's going to be at our shop, which is awesome. And then just all kinds of workshops and fun.
Okay, check them out online. Ashley, so
thank
great
you
to have
guys.
you back on.
Great stuff.
Stay with us. Coming up next, we'll tell you who is bringing in the U.S. Patriots softball team to Fargo.